Fiona, a sociology master's student at the University of York. Today I'm going to talk to you about celebrating Hong Kong culture here in York. For so many international students like me, the decision to study abroad wasn't light, considering the distance between Hong Kong and the UK. However, there's so many people on the same boat, and there's always help around the corner. York is home to a big multicultural community in England, with Hong Kong students making up a significant portion. It's always nice to have people from your hometown here in a foreign country because it really helps to build a strong supporting network during your time here.
As an introvert, I find it very scary to come here instead of Hong Kong, and I expected people to be not as friendly, but I was proven wrong, and I realized that as long as I reach out and try to talk with people, I find myself having a lot of fun that I can't get in Hong Kong university life.
To me, food is a pivotal part of the Hong Kong culture. Over the years, there has been an increase in restaurants serving cuisines from all over the world opening in York. But for us Hong Kong students, the most memorable one is definitely the Upper River restaurant. It is a small, homey restaurant opened by Hong Kong immigrants here in York, serving staple dishes that we would normally have back home, such as the Hong Kong-style milk tea and a traditional Cantonese roast. Even though it is 35 minutes by bus away from campus, the authentic dishes Upper River serves gives us Hong Kong students a much-needed taste from home. I had the privilege of taking my non-Hong Kong friends for a meal over there the other day, and they absolutely loved the food. I highly recommend Upper River if you want a meal with your mates and something to remind you of home. However, if you're somebody like me who prefers cooking sometimes, believe it or not, Hong Kong groceries are everywhere here in York. One of my personal favourites is Vita Lemon Tea, and it can be found in the Red Chilli grocery store. Being one of the biggest Oriental supermarkets here in York, Red Chilli has everything you need to cook your favourite Hong Kong meals, ranging from Lee Kam Kee sauces to Nissan noodles. And if you live on Campus East, number 6 bus stop going back to campus is right across the street. This year, I had the privilege of spending Chinese New Year with my amazing flatmates where we sat down and had a homemade Chinese feast. I also had hot pot with my flatmates during the Lantern Festival. Although Hong Kong groceries and cuisines are accessible here in York, you do miss those family dinner times. And I'm so glad that the Chinese New Year feast and the Lantern Festival hot pot meal had supplemented the homey 5 hours craving pot since coming to England. So here are my personal experiences in York as a Hong Kong student. It is never easy to start university, let alone one that is located in another country. But like they say, the first step is always the hardest to get through, and you can do this. The university is here to help. Reach out to start and try to stay connected with family and friends back home as much as possible, and don't be afraid to get out there. It is always surprising to see how many people are also feeling apprehensive about starting a new stage of life as you are. Just reach out to them, and sooner or later, you'll realize that you've already formed a very strong supporting network here in York.
My advice for students coming here is to bring yourself something that will remind you of home. I have bought something that can actually just remind myself at home, because at night sometimes it gets really lonely and you feel really homesick. So bring yourself something that can help yourself.
I hope you have a wonderful time here at the University of York.